Okay, hi guys, welcome. So I'll probably just edit this and post it in the morning since it's kind of late. But tonight I'm going to do another talk about the UFO issue and beyond. And about 3 weeks ago I made this Oregon UFO commentary because for some reason this story about the mystery aircraft flying over Oregon in October, I knew that it was like a trigger story, and I knew that this was going to become a thing. And sure enough, very recently, more big UFO stories where the government is admitting that they have, that the Pentagon has a mysterious UFO program. This all broke last week. And the truth is, people have been seeing UFOs more than ever. And there's probably a lot of reasons for it. I mean, there's a lot of drones now. And people are, they have their cameras, they're filming more. People are looking more, maybe. But it's still an interesting note that the sightings have increased so much in the last 15 to 20 years. So, when I see these stories and immediately when I see things like Area 51 and Roswell, I'm just like bored already because I'm coming at this from such a different perspective than people who are researching it from the outside. And so I think stuff like Area 51 and Roswell is kind of a distraction, and these are dead-end stories that never really lead anywhere. And even if they came out and disclosed everything that happened at Roswell, it's just a story. It's just another incident, and it's boring. But this is how they deal with this with the public, I think all of this secrecy now is interesting because there's a lot of things going on culturally. There's sort of like this quiet revolution of people wanting to get down to the truth of what's been hidden. I think social media has really changed everything. But at the same time, it's also, these narratives always get dumbed down around the UFO thing. And then, you see stories like this, and you have these Navy airmen who are talking about seeing an object accelerate like nothing they've ever seen. So whatever this object is, it's completely divorced from the normal military operations. Meaning, okay, it's either aliens and UFOs from interdimensional whatever, or we're talking about, the Chinese or the Russians have really advanced that far ahead of the U.S. military. Or what about the black operations that are off the books? Have they really been able to accelerate their space program so far that it's so divorced from what the mainstream knows about? And of course, we have missing trillions. And then they have stories where they show you like Boeing's new secret aircraft, and it just looks like a big tinker toy. It doesn't look anything like these UFOs that they're talking about. But here's what grabs my attention and interests me is this term glowing auras. So obviously many of these objects are emitting this glow because they have a plasma energy field, and these seem to be plasma. There seems to be a lot of plasma UFOs out there. And so, this obviously reminds me of the whole electric universe theory, and they're talking about how plasma connects. And it also relates to this Dr. Marshall video on the biofield that I published, where he's talking about the plasma energy field of the human body. Well, there's a plasma energy field surrounding the Earth. The Earth has a plasma sphere. These plasma energy fields and the morphic fields are the controlling, they're the organizing fields of our reality, right? So plasma is the fourth state of matter. You've got solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. You can see the four elements represented there. And plasma, they say that there's nothing new under the sun. And the sun, of course, is plasma, right? So plasma is the ultimate currency in our universe. And if there's nothing new under the sun, I think that has everything to do with the fact that once you get to the plasma level and that subtle plasma layer of our reality, everything beyond that is just manifesting into this crystallization in motion. At the plasma field level, all the blueprint and all of the information informing that manifestation is already present. And so when you're talking about free will and the ability to express into this reality as we will, and the ability for the soul to be free, it really would come back to that subtler level of reality. Really, free will would be something that would be deeply subconscious, and the work has everything to do with becoming conscious of the subconscious and going deeper and beginning to be able to access that plasma field and to control it. You know, obviously this is what Tai Chi and all of this energy work really is about getting us back in touch with that. And you know, this plasma energy field that contains us is like it's part of a fractal representation. And so when you get into the whole word matrix and the matrix that we're in and the matrix within the matrix, because your body in itself is its own matrix, your biofield is its own matrix. You know, the root of the word matrix is womb. So really this is meant to be a gestation, in my opinion. And our experience in the electrical polarity is resolved back into that heart, or that the center, which is aka the soul, and the plasma field would be like the radiance of the soul. Again, because we have these densities that all crystallize into this dense material world, or seemingly dense material world that we live in, it all really does start in the mind. And I was also thinking about this video that I published called Minefield Psychic Spies, and where Rupert Sheldrake calls it the mind field, and he talks about the mind as an energy field, just like a cell phone has an energy field. And I think that that's really important to be able to get past this limiting reductionist paradigm that's really kind of kept everything dumbed down in a lot of ways. So also I wanted to point out that I posted this clip on my Queen Cubit channel. It's from this movie from 1989 called Minefield. And I had never even heard of it, even though I had posted that Minefield video. So when I saw it, I grabbed it to watch, and it actually happens to take place in Montreal right before Christmas, ironically. So, this movie is like a dramatization of the CIA mind control and Ewan Cameron and all of the experiments that took place in Montreal. But the interesting thing that I noticed about the whole MK Ultra formula is in the movie, the main character is remembering having shock treatments. Well, what a way to access the body electric, and a lot of the mind control, it seems like a lot of this covert mind control and the MK Ultra stuff, they know about this biofield, and that they're all about manipulating the body electric and the plasma energy fields. And that is a huge part of what this MK Ultra, rainbow formula is all about. And so I find it interesting that I think that this kind of science is going to accelerate now. This is what's going to create a huge change in perspective, especially about transhumanism. And I've talked about this already, why I think the whole emergence of man and machine is going to, have troubles because of this whole biofield issue. And because of the way that our DNA emits and absorbs light. And plugging our body electric into a machine is going to probably be pretty detrimental and drain the chi, right? Anyway, I just wanted to get my thoughts out about that tonight as much as I could. I'll go ahead and edit and publish this tomorrow, and I'll be doing some more videos related to this for the next few weeks.